His future in Dallas in question. On Friday, Dez had a strong message for his critics. Take a listen.
I let a lot of things get in the way that shouldn't have never got in the way. I'm ready to make my mark. I don't care about what nobody's talking about. I can care less. You know, everybody ain't with Dez Bryantt. They can kiss my ass. I'm no longer here to please the soul. I feel like I've been pushed to the edge, and I feel like I'm going to help push it to the edge. You know, I got to get it. You know, a lot of plays was left on that field, you know, because of me. Me allowed my brain to be somewhere it shouldn't be. I should have been focused on football and straight football. And I promise, you know, that's what I'm going to do from here on out, regardless of whatever situation that I'm in.
Can you even imagine the idea of wearing the 8s in another uniform?
Nah, man. Hell no. It don't seem right. You know, it wouldn't be right. You know, I do want to bring this city, you know, a championship. You know, we ain't had one, you know, since the 90s.
Shannon, what do you make of those comments?
Hold on, wait a minute. After your 8th year in the league, now you're ready to make your mark. Hold on, Skip, hold on. I could have swore about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, a reporter asked Dez Bryantt about taking a pay cut. Hell no. Hell no.
That's exactly how I get it.
Hell no, I'm taking no pay cut.
Yep.
I feel I'm a top receiver. I'm making plays. What a change, Skip. Because here's the thing, that ego. There's ego, and then there's the realization of what's about to transpire. Stephen Jones ain't setting these breadcrumbs out there for his help. There have been other times. After the 2015, he could have said what he said. After 2016, this is the first time this offseason they're planning. They have, and in an interview, they said, we're going to talk later. We hadn't had that conversation, but he knows what's coming.
I think they're going to sit down at the combine this week.
He also said that he was hurt. I tell guys, and I saw it right across, I said, Skip, there are times I went out there on that field, I had to take injections, I had to do a lot of things to go out there and play, but all they saw was A4 and sharp. So they expected me to be 100% and make those plays. The Cowboys know what was going on with Dez. They seem uninterested. And I tell players this all the time. I say, I'm telling you, they'll never love you like you love them. And Dez Bryantt is starting to see that. Skip, it's over. You got one or two choices. Either they're going to make a clean break or they're going to give him a 75% haircut. The choice is his.
Yep.
There's no other way around this. Now, I tell you why he really doesn't want to leave, because he's comfortable. Skip, he knows the offense. He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to learn a new offense. And it gets real easy, because when you step out and you go somewhere else, you got to learn a whole new offense. And then you got to go show that new team and those new teammates why, what you are.
Yep.
Dez don't want to do that. All this time when Dez had that God-given ability early in his career, that's when he should have been focusing on his craft. I said it for the longest time, and a lot of people have said it. Oh, we Dez haters. Dez cannot run the full route tree. Dez run a handful of routes. We've had cornerbacks come on here and say, I'm playing Dez, this is what I'm playing for. They named 3 routes, where there are 15 routes in the route tree maybe, and he can only run 3. They can't move him around like they move Julio, like they can Antonio Brown, like they can Odell Beckham. He's making top dollar, but giving you the 20th receiver in the league, maybe low. First of all, he ain't even giving you Golden Tate production. And Golden Tate makes half the money that he makes. So he's been fooling people. Now, if you ain't with Team Dez, you can kiss his butt. Oh, damn, look here. Me and Skip ain't no fan club. You know, I got my fan club. You know, me and Ron. I'm the president of the Bron fan club. Skip is the president of the Cowboys.
The president and the vice president of that club.
He's the president of the Cowboys and the Spurs fan club, and Tom Brady, too. Joy, when is that episode 6 of Tom Brady time versus Tom coming out, Skip? But back to Dez. Skip, you know this. You watched it. Dez is a shell of himself, and the realization is starting to sink in that it's over for him in Dallas. As much as he hates that, and he said it doesn't seem right, you're right, Dez. It doesn't seem right that you're getting worse after you got that big payday.
Correct.
And you're going to make your mark in year 8, year 9. Bruh, if you ain't made your mark by now, if we don't know who you is, like Teddy Penderby, if you don't know me by now, you will never know who he is.
For me, as the president of the Dallas Cowboys fan club, this was the last straw. This was the final indication that Dez Bryantt has got to go. This is Dez Bryant saying, I was born to be a Cowboy, and because of that, I should retire a Dallas Cowboy. As if there's some heavenly mandate out there that, oh, once you become a Cowboy star, you get to be a Cowboy star as long as you feel like it, even if you don't work at it and even if your body breaks down. And it doesn't work that way.
No.
On Undisputed, you're only as good as tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
In pro football, as you well know, you're only as good as next game.
Yes.
And then the next game. And then you have to keep earning your stardom.
Update
right?
that resume.
Update it. And he downdated it every game last year, all the way home. I'm not going to say he was the reason, but he was a main reason for the plunge from 13-3 to 9-7 last year. Because as you point out, he became a broken down shell of himself. We talked about it all year. And unfortunately, the game plans continue to feature a number 88 who couldn't even separate from the second corner because he often started to draw the second corner in single coverage.
Yeah.
Just that they didn't even flip-flop. They didn't even travel with Dez. Whoever's over there, just take him because it's easy. And Dak Prescott struggled because he continued to go with his right read, which is to throw it to 88, covered single by the second cornerback. Nope, didn't work. He led the NFL in dropped passes. I don't want to go deep into the stats, but just process this. Put this in your pipes and smoke it out there in Cowboy Nation. The targets in 2014, which was a really big year for Dez Bryant, it was a star caliber year. Targets just about the same in 2014 as they were last year. Catches dropped from 88 all the way down to 69. Yards dropped by about 600 yards of production. Touchdowns dropped from 16 to 6. He caught 64% of his targets back in 2014. It dropped all the way to 52% last year. That's just not good enough. And I know his body broke down, but that we can't fix that. I can't help that. If you don't work on it, if you don't get better, I can't help you. And he had the audacity in that interview to say the reason he struggled is he let his mind go where it shouldn't go its critics, on the critics.
Yeah.
Like he was thinking too much about the critics and that cost him on the field. Well, that's your fault, big man. Hey.
For the reason we should let him go, because the critics are going to be even more outspoken now. You was telling us what they say. You know what type of receiver you are. So what they say does not affect you. That's what you said. So come to find out what the critics were saying. Because here's the thing, though, Skip. If it's not true, do you think I let what people say about me that's not true bother me? He knows what. Because you know what, Skip Bayless? They might say, well, that's not what I meant. But if you notice, them guys don't call those Shay Sharp out when he be talking football. When I say this is what's going on,
I can't.
all they got to do is call. Dez Bryant, anytime you're ready, we can watch film together. Oh, Shay ain't watched film in a while, but I love to watch film.
Good point. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I would love to see it too, and I'm going to tell you.
I'd like to be a fly on that wall.
And you know what? And I tell you, you know what? I don't even know what right, but I can tell you where he lined up. And I can tell you by a third step, probably the route that he's going to run.
Well, you only have a couple of choices.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And the thing is, look at Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald swallowed his pride and said, you know what? Because here's the thing, Skip. When you play outside the numbers, you that boy dog. You the man. You on that island. That means you get to get all the best. You get into the lead. You get in the Ramses. And now Fitz, hey, he moved aside. He said, what you think?
Yeah.
I gave him what I honestly thought. Larry Fitzgerald had 3 extra 4 years. Larry's going to be able to play as long as he wants to. Still had led the league in catches. Went to another Pro Bowl. But Larry was expanding his game while he was immensely talented. He was working on other things.
Nobody thinks less of Larry Fitzgerald.
No.
Nobody even thinks about that. They don't even. That's not even a factor.
But you know, Skip, when you go from the outside to inside, you don't get the adulation because most of the top receivers, they play on the outside.
But that's an inside football thing. Maybe you don't get quite the respect inside football.
Right.
Outside, nobody really cares. Just produce.
They just
catch it.
They just see you making them plays.
That's correct.
But also, Skip, you have to be able to have a lot of things on your plate when you play that slot. Because a lot of things are bang, bang. You got to see it because if it's not bang, bang, either the quarterback going to get you knocked out or the ball's going to get picked. And Dez, the ball's in your court. Now, if it was me, I would go somewhere else because it would force him to work because he's not comfortable. See, Skip, sometimes we get comfortable in a situation. Dez knows that Cowboys offense backwards and forwards. He knows what he has to do.
Yeah, and trust me on this. This is one thing I do know because I was there for a long time. It's good being a Cowboy star in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
It's good being in Denver, too.
Yes.
It's a good football
Yes.
game. But you have to earn that right and continue to earn
Yeah,
that
you don't get
right.
you don't get the rest on your laurels.
No.
You don't get, oh, man, I was good at 24. And all I'm saying, Skip, okay, 2015, maybe that's an anomaly. But he's put together 3 of these seasons in a row.
Yep.
Now, at what point in time do we say this is who he is and he's never going to be what he was? At some point in time, we have to come to that conclusion. It seems to me, it becomes very apparent to me that Stephen Jones has come to the realization the last 3 years of what we saw of Dez Bryant, that's more in line who he's going to be moving forward
That's
as
correct.
opposed to 13 and 14.
It is time to clear the air, clear the decks, to start fresh in Dallas and let him, as you point out, start fresh somewhere else. They
Yeah.
can save, if they make him a post-June cut, $12.5 million. That can be spent on younger, fresher, hungrier talent at the wideout position. I'm ready to go. I'm sorry, I've seen enough. I'm sorry, Dez, but you can kiss my, you know what?
What?
Yeah.
You out on Dez?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay, Joy.
Yeah.
I'm shocked, too. I'm shocked. Skip Bayless is giving...
Shocked. I've been saying this all year.
Well, even though it is different playing for the Cowboys, Dez is in for a rude awakening if he thinks he's going to go play somewhere else, and they're not going to be critical of him. Because at least in Dallas, you have Dez supporters and loyalists. If you go somewhere else and perform that way.
Yeah, but it starts with the owner of the team, and I'm still not sure the owner is going to cut bait or cut ties with Dez.
You know what it is, though, Skip? That $16 million, he ain't seeing that.
No.
He not. I don't care where he goes. He can go play on the moon. He's not getting $16 million again, ever.
I don't know. Pistol people might pay to see that.
Who?
On the moon.
Oh.
Maybe.
Greg Popovich compared LeBron to Black Panther yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that next.
Best Western rewards you in a flash with points that never expire.